Gamma-Tunley. There you go. Fresh chicken eggs, thank you. Back to Farmer Sanson for the hand-in. So again, we can't just go straight to Waymeat. It's getting slightly irritating now. So once again, I'm going to have to walk past Waymeat. A lot of backing and forth. So who else is lurking in chat that hasn't said anything, if there's anyone else lying around? Just give a little wave and say hello if you're there. So we westwards across the plains. Please tell me this is the last one. There's too many delivery quests. There's more delivery quests than I remembered. I remembered the pies and the post because that's obvious, and there's obviously the deeds for it. But I didn't remember having to deliver like all the eggs and stuff as well. Like I said, I've still got PTSD from having to do this to get the innocent virtues back in the day.
Oh, woe is me.
There we go. Gamma-Tunley is such a sweet old hobbit. I'm glad she got the eggs. You have my thanks again, Silry. When my leg gets better, maybe I can do a favour for you, eh? What are you suggesting, sir? Not that kind of hobbit. Medium armour gloves, but we're heavy armour, so we don't care. Or a sturdy club, which we also can't use, so it doesn't really matter too much. Right, good. No follow-up quests. Finally. Waymeat. So, let's go get the bundle that we need to take from Waymeat all the way up to Needlehole in the northwest, where no doubt we're going to get a bunch of quests we need to do. Right, Postman 2-foot.
Could I take a moment of your time?
The quick post service has really fallen behind. There is always so much mail to deliver, and some to every town in the Shire, that even a team of dedicated carriers, we cannot deliver everything as speedily as Postmaster Proudfoot would like. If you'd like to help out, you'd be more than welcome. There on the table you will find a satchel of mail for Postman Redsmith in Needlehole. Would you mind taking it to him? You'll find him right in the centre of Needlehole, to the northwest of Waymeat and beyond the Rushock Bog. Watch out for nosy hobbits, for they will delay you and prevent your delivery. Don't let the satchel get wet. The Rushock Bog is a damp place, so stay to the road if you can. So grab that. So there is a nosy hobbit to the south, there is a nosy hobbit to the north. So let's get off of the road. And we've got to get all the way up to Needlehole. So we can more or less follow the road. Bearing in mind, obviously this time we've got to get through the bog, and a lot of the bits of the bog do involve deep water, so we have to be a bit careful as we traverse there. So we'll just walk across the fields. Most of these creatures, even if they're hostile, should be well below us now and not really care. Like the boar should roar at me. There we go. So thread the needle there. Up and over. Right. So we carry on pretty much due north. We'll end up meeting back up with the road eventually. So the charcoal, we needed to go back over there. Whoops, what have I gone wonky? Yeah, charcoal's up here. Another one there, and then the wood flies. Do I have plenty of other quests that aren't on my tracker as well? I do have quite a few. God damn it, come on. You can climb that hill. Right, I bet you, since I can't kill them because I'm carrying a satchel, I'm probably going to see a load of slugs. Just to rub salt in the wounds. Now, I'm a bit worried at how deep that's going to be. So I think maybe my best bet is get on the road. Just to be safe. I don't want to get like 70% in the way and then get the satchel wet. It doesn't matter if you tread in a little bit of water, as long as it doesn't activate swim mode. But since I am a hobbit and I have short legs, I don't want to risk it too much. Where are we going? We're actually south of the road a minute. Boink. Jump over that shadow bit. There we go, there's the road. Now, I don't remember any nosy hobbits being in the swamp. But if we just keep our eyes out, it should be fine. And we can see Needlehole over there in the top corner. Lost Shire Hobbit says, nosy hobbits aren't too much of an issue with this route at least. Yeah, so far so good. There's probably going to be one near the entrance to the town though. Sassy Sam, just remembering when I last decided to do these quests. Yeah, if it's like me, it was a long time ago because you did it once and then you pledged never again. Actually, it doesn't seem to be a nosy hobbit near the door. That's fine then. So, where is the postmaster? It's not you. It's not you. I feel like Ant and Dec. It's not you. Right, he's going to give me a quest to send me back to Mickle Delving, which is our last post quest, so let's not do that. We did have a vector quest ages ago to speak to Bounder Chubb.
Good day.
Robin Smallborough sent you. Hello then. We may have a few things for you to do around here. These dwarves are mostly fine, steady, law-abiding folk, if a bit touchy at times. But some of them, well, let's just say a few of these dwarves are not good neighbours at all. Not at all. So medium armour helmet or cooked carrots. I'll take the carrots. I've worked up an appetite after delivering all that post.
I hope it's not a bother, but may I speak with you?
Gracious me, am I glad to see you. You see, my cow Daffodil, she's gone missing, and I suspect some foul play. Yesterday a dwarf came by my farm. Olwe was his name, and he wanted to buy my Daffodil. Well, I couldn't sell her. She's the only cow I got. He didn't seem to take that well. I think he may have come back and stolen her. Now, I don't know where he might have taken her, but I do remember his boots were caked in mud. I wager he was tromping out in the Rushock Bog. Maybe that's where he took her. Start looking at the Troll's Knoll southeast of here. So that's the little hill in the middle of the swamp. So, postman, we'll ignore you. Iris Chubb. This is where the Chubb family lives them.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Good day to you. I see you've noticed my pie over there. Oh, it's one of the pies. Sod you. Go away. I did pies. Postman. Griffo Boffin.
How do you do?
I know what you're thinking, that I stole the money, but I didn't. I was taking the money on a shortcut across the bog to Overhill, where the carpenters were working today. And these ragged-looking dwarves came running down the hill at me from the north. They had axes and looked like they meant to use them, so I don't mind saying I ran as fast as I could back to town. But I dropped the bag with the money along the way and turned my ankle too. I was just trying to come up with some way to tell the mayor the bad news when you showed up. I think those dwarves came out of the Rushock Bog east of here, about halfway to Overhill. I suspect the bag is in their camp. You'll know it by the large wooden bulwarks that protect it. If you can recover the bag of money, please bring it back to Assistant Fallowhide with my apologies. So this is the money for the restoring the town hall. So that is all the pickups. I don't think there's any more to the west. I may be wrong. Stable Master, worth unlocking that.
Do?
So yeah, there's a couple of dwarves that live here on the western parts of the Shire. Because if you come across this bridge, at some point, I'll try not to accidentally go through it. Where is it? Can you actually go a lot further than I thought you can? I could have sworn the travel was on the bridge. You can tell how long it's been since I was last over this way. The Rushock Gate. So there we go. If we go through there, we end up in Ered Luin. Over here, just north of the Fallowflawn homesteads. But technically, there is a bit of a gap between the two. I mean, on the new map, you can't really see it, but they're not continuous. So I don't know what would technically slot in there. So you could just travel it as part of the open world rather than having to take like a little portal shortcut. So head back over. Yeah, I don't remember all this bit. But then again, no one ever sort of walks this bit on foot. So we need to find Daffodil. Collect the money bag. So the money bag is in a dwarf camp north of the bog, and Daffodil is in the middle of the bog. And then at some point, once we've done some quests here, we're going to take the last post quest. We'll take that back to Mickle Delving, and then we can say we're finally done with delivering post. That's one item we don't need to deliver anymore. And then we just have to worry about the pies and whatever other miscellaneous carrying quests we've got to deliver around the rest. So over here, so this big hill is where we're going. I'm just trying to stay on dry land as best as possible. Boink. So this is the troll knoll. So named because there is a troll that is at the top, which has turned to stone because he got caught out in the daylight. So we've found a cow corpse. And we're going to inspect the cow corpse. This poor cow looks like it was attacked and partially eaten by a large beast of some kind. Around its neck you find a bronze bell. We've collected the bell, and now we can take it back and say, sir, is this your cow? It seems to have been eaten by a troll, but the good news is the troll has turned to stone. So, swings and roundabouts. We need the money bag as well, so we should probably go do that. Set as focus. Slug! Kill the slug. Punch it. Punch it good. I can't imagine how well punching a slug's going to work. It's going to be like punching a balloon or something. You need something to like pierce it and pop it and make it ooze out. So up here we go. No, not here. Round the corner. So there is a nasty dwarf. Of course, they're dour hands. As we know, we can't trust the dour hands from our previous escapades in Ered Luin. I'm just going to man mode straight in here. Sod it. Then again, I might just need to kill a generic dour hand. Yeah, come on then. You think you can overtake me? I don't know which one of these is the AoE skill, but I'll figure it out eventually. Is it the second one? Yes. Bonk. There we go. Collect the money bag is still active. Is it on the floor? There we go. There it is. Bang. Devastated 500 damage. That's not bad. So, our damage seems to be so far so good. Right, collected that. Now we need to take it back. So that needs to go all the way back to be handed in at Mickle Delving. Just to be awkward. The charcoal's in Overhill. So again, let's just do a search. Track nearby quest to get the nearest 5. So they're all kind of scattered around. So yeah, some in Mickle Delving, some in Needlehole, some in Overhill. Which is not particularly ideal. But I believe there is a follow-up quest after this Daffodil one.
I'm sorry, my thoughts were elsewhere.
Oh, aye, this is my poor Daffodil's Belle. What could have possibly attacked her so horribly, and why did that dwarf take her? Poor Daffodil. Poor, poor thing. Someone needs to pay for this. Please, you need to do something.
I'm sure it's a bother, but I could use your help.
That Olweir has to pay for stealing my Daffodil and for leaving her in the bog to be killed like that. The dwarves who pass through Needlehole may not pay any mind to ordinary hobbits, but I reckon they'll listen to a Bounder of the Watch. You go tell Bounder Chubb about this, and maybe you two can keep that dwarf from getting away with this. Bounder Chubb is on the south side of Needlehole, about 2 steps behind you. Tell him about my poor Daffodil, and do something about this Olweir. There we go.
How do you do?
What? Philibert's cow is dead, and he suspects a dwarf? This is outrageous. Most of the dwarves who pass through here are an agreeable lot, but lately there's been more than a few rascals about. I don't know this Olweir, but it wouldn't surprise me if he was one of that bad lot. The problem is I can't go off accusing dwarves of being thieves without proof. That would upset the whole lot, and we'll probably never find the one responsible. What to do?
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
That's it, I've got it. There's a dwarf by the name of Ulfar, with whom I've had some dealings with in the past. He might be of some help. I think he's a sort of overseer for the dwarves or some such. In fact, just the other day there was a bit of a tussle between 2 of his folk, and Ulfar waded in and broke it up. The other dwarves seemed to respect him, and so he might know something about his people here that will be of use to us. You should be able to find Ulfar up amongst the dwarf buildings north of Needlehole. Tell him what you told me, and hopefully he'll be able to help us. So that I will do, sir. You're just pie and post.
Well met.
Aye, it doesn't surprise me that Olweir is involved in this. A number of dwarves passing through lately are of low character, and he's the worst. I wish I could tell you where he was, but I've not seen him about for a few days. Those other dwarves might have seen him, in fact, just the other day. I saw a bunch of them crowding around a parchment of sorts. I didn't catch what they were talking about, but I did hear Olweir's name mentioned. That parchment could have been their orders. If you could go out into the Rushock Bog and acquire a few of those letters from the dwarf hunters out there, you might learn what Olweir is up to. So, murder the dwarves. And kill any slugs on sight. For our slayer deed. So if we just say to the north of the bog then, keep the mountains on our left. Slug! Bonk. That's a toad. I thought that was a slug as well. Right, you're dead. That is also a slug. Hiding in the bushes. Tab targeting is your friend. When you can't really see much. Floaty names as well. Press N for names. Turn that on. Helps you spot them. That's a toad. All you'll say is check my loot. What have I looted? Earring of the Mariner. Ooh. I mean, it's more for a tactical class, but it is a nice earring. Can't use the longsword. It always says check the loot once the dwarf killing starts. Yeah, if it's one of those quest starting items, they can be a bit of a bugger. Slug. I do tend to find that ever since they introduced that kind of pending loot system, whenever you get an item that will start a quest, instead of activating immediately, it just sits in your pending loot. But the game doesn't register that technically you've looted one, so then your entire pending loot fills up with like 50 of the same quest-giving item. But they're unique, so you can't loot them all. So you just end up having to destroy them one by one from your inventory, or just let them sit in there and time out, and it's a pain in the backside. So does it need to be specifically hunters, or do trappers count? He's a hunter. So, Dower Hand orders. Yeah, so the trappers were dropped in as well. Destroy. Bring the orders to Ulfar. Check your loot. I have. I promise you I have. It's stream delay, honest. Right, let's read the orders. To the dwarf Olware, son of the Dour Hands, and to our loyal to our cause, word of your promise has reached my ears, and you will be great in my eyes if you can deliver on it. If a stone troll might be captured in this land called Shire, rather than the Shire, I will reward you with riches beyond any you or your fathers have seen. Do not fail in this, for punishment will come as swiftly as reward. Signed, Skorgrim Dourhand, mightiest. So yeah, that Skorgrim's up to no good again. We'll see more of him. Obviously, we got to know him a bit during the Arid Luin region. But we'll see more of his dastardly actions. Definitely in Volume 1, Book 5. I think we also see him in Book 4, maybe? If not Book 4, then definitely Book 5.